Hello everyone. Welcome to Top 10 Character Moments. Today we're breaking down my list for the top 10 best Thor MCU moments. Be sure to tune in every Friday to watch my latest top 10 video. In each video, I will break down my list for a specific character's best moments and why I like them so much. Just remember, this is my personal list, so you don't have to agree with it, but I ask you respect my opinions as I will respect yours. Now, for those who don't know, I'm Ryan Brower. I run another YouTube channel called Sector for Nerds, so I ask not only you subscribe to this channel, but also Sector for Nerds, as it would really mean a lot to me. Thanks, guys. In the beginning of the MCU, I didn't like Thor as much. There just wasn't anything that was hooking me to his character. It wasn't until Thor Ragnarok and Avengers Infinity War where Thor shot up my list of favorite MCU characters. So with that being said, let's get into some honorable mentions. First up, seeing Cap lift his hammer. Like he said, he knew he could do it.
I knew it.
Another, one of Thor's funnier moments.
This drink, I like it.
I know, it's great, right?
Another!
Giving Star-Lord his ship and his crew. It was a farewell gift to Peter from Thor in Love and Thunder. What a great guy. Would have been nice if Star-Lord actually thanked him, though. Confronting Noob Master 69. Noob Master is a very formidable opponent in Fortnite. And our last honorable mention, this.
It'll kill you. Only if I die. Yes. That's what killing you means.
Alright, let's get into the top 10 list itself. Here we go. At number 10, Get Help. One of the greatest plans I've ever seen. One person plays dead while the other screams get help and then throws said person at the enemy.
Get help! Please! My brother's dying! Get help! Help him!
At number 9, his conversation with Rocket in Avengers Infinity War. This was a much more serious Thor moment. Thor at this point has lost pretty much everyone close to him, and the point he makes is if for whatever reason he doesn't succeed at killing Thanos, what more can he lose? Little does he know he could lose so much more. You really feel for the guy in this scene. At number 8, his conversation with his mother in Avengers Endgame. This was a much needed moment for Thor. The dude has lost so much. He turned to a life of alcohol, and more alcohol, and more alcohol. The man was losing it. But then after traveling back in time to Asgard, Thor has a conversation with his mother on the day she's supposed to die. I like this scene because she helps get the God of Thunder back on track, and for Thor, his path in that movie becomes a bit more clear. And that's to eat more salads, of course. At number 7, battling Hulk in the arena. We've seen Thor battle Hulk before, but this time it was different. Thor didn't have his hammer. He also didn't have much hair either. This was an epic battle with some comedy moments sprinkled in there, such as when Hulk throws Thor around the same way he did Loki, and also Thor trying to get Hulk to calm down the same way Natasha would.
Hey, big guy. The sun's getting real low.
At number 6, choosing love. After gifting a bunch of children the power of Thor for a limited time only, Gorr makes it to the point where he can get his one wish. Thor convinced him that he doesn't seek revenge or death, he seeks love. Thor in turn doesn't try to stop him anymore and chooses to be with Jane in her last moments. Realizing Thor was right, Gorr brings back his daughter and Thor promises to watch over her given Gorr was dying. To Thor's credit, he didn't have to do that, but he felt an obligation to do it, and it also gave him someone else to love. Because Thor is a character that just keeps losing all his loved ones, so he's gotta find more, right? 5. Creating Stormbreaker. Thor's arc in Avengers Infinity War is my favorite arc in that movie. Like I've said before, after Thor Ragnarok and Infinity War, Thor shot up my list of favorite MCU characters. I like this scene because Thor was willing to take on the full force of a star to get his axe. Not sure how many others would have been willing to do that or even physically capable of doing it. And also, shout out to Groot for providing his arm as a handle. At number 4, wielding Mjolnir and Stormbreaker. This came in the final battle against Thanos in Avengers Endgame. Right before the Avengers go to fight him, Thor extends both arms and calls for his hammer and axe, and then says to Tony and Cap, "Let's kill him properly this time." At number 3, taking on Hela's army. I love this scene so much because Thor awakens the power within himself and it doesn't involve him using a hammer. Thor went into battle just hitting people with lightning blasts from his fists, his stomach, his back, and even from the sky. It's like mixing a Sith Lord with a Pikachu or something. At number 2, arriving in Wakanda. This is one of my favorite scenes in the MCU period. The warriors of Wakanda and the Avengers took it to Thanos' army. War Machine was providing good air support, just bombarding the enemy from the air, so not as many of them were passing through the barrier at once. But once War Machine got taken down, that air support was gone, meaning our heroes started to get overwhelmed and overpowered by the enemy. Luckily, it didn't last long. The Bifrost opened and Stormbreaker started wiping out enemies left and right, only for it to return to Thor as he, Rocket, and Groot made their entrance into battle, with the Avengers theme playing in the background. Everyone stands up, realizing this battle isn't over yet. Bruce laughs at the enemy, saying, "You guys are so screwed now," and Thor runs into battle yelling, "Bring me Thanos!" and then proceeds to wipe out hundreds of those creatures in one shot. What a badass. At number 1, defeating Thanos, quote unquote. Yes, you heard me correctly. Thor's best moment also turns out to be his worst. Let me explain. Yes, the obvious downer is Thor let trillions of people die because he didn't go for the head. But let's talk about what happened right before that. Thanos just acquired all 6 Infinity Stones. The man should be unstoppable. He just got done taking out all the Avengers that were in Wakanda with ease. None of them stood a chance. And then here comes the God of Thunder with Stormbreaker. Thanos with all 6 stones takes it to Thor, but he throws Stormbreaker at Thanos, and even with all 6 stones, he couldn't stop it. Thanos, who's supposed to be the most powerful being in the universe, even without all the stones, but he did have them, making him even more powerful, just got taken down by one man with an axe. Y'all get where I'm coming from here? I remember watching this movie for the first time thinking, oh my gosh, did Thanos just win? And then Thor arrives, and when I saw those stones weren't stopping the axe, I got on the edge of my seat and I got so excited when it stabbed Thanos. Again, forget about everything that happens in the next 20 seconds. I'm just talking about this specific moment. That's what this channel is all about, the best moments. And this is Thor's best moment in my humbled opinion. So there you have it, guys. That is my list for the top 10 Thor MCU moments. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite Thor moments are and why. Also, stay tuned every Friday for a new episode of Top 10 Character Moments. Next week, I'll be breaking down my picks for the top 10 best moments of Katara. Thank you all for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week.
Get help! Please! My brother's dying! Get help! Help him!